Hello, I'm Mark Collier, owner and founder of Beloved Homecare.
Hi, I'm Wendy Gorton and I'm the care manager and also Mark's wife.
So, do you remember how it all started?
I certainly do. 10 years ago?
10 years in June.
10 years in June.
So, remember when I got made redundant from NatWest? January 2014.
Certainly do.
And I said to you, why don't we set up a home care company? Because my mother had had such bad care, hadn't she?
She had. I was quite happy in my job in the NHS. That I'd been there for 20 years, working on a psychiatric unit for elderly.
Yeah, you were a carer, weren't you? And I asked you to join and you said, there's no way I can manage, I think it was 7 people that we had at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And look at you now, 40 staff.
Yeah.
Good manager. So I took a lot of time out, didn't I, once I'd been made redundant?
You did, yeah.
An awful lot of research, setting out how I wanted us to be, doing a plan. So I spoke to a lot of carers, didn't I?
You did.
About what they didn't like and what they liked about their company. And spoke to a lot of clients as well, what they liked about the provider, what they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And then we sort of formed a plan.
And you always wanted to be outstanding. I remember you saying, I want to be outstanding within the first 5 years, and we got an outstanding after 2.
Yeah.
Massive achievement, but hard work.
Yeah, very ambitious actually, because how many providers are there in the UK? There's 11,000 providers in the UK as we speak, and less than 2% have an overall outstanding rating.
Yeah.
So it was some achievement that after, was it 4 years after we'd started, we got our first outstanding. And then our last one. 2. All right.
Yeah.
And then our last one 3 years ago. Yeah.
So here we are. Outstanding.
So you didn't join me, did you, at first?
I didn't, no.
I was begging you to come with us. You declined my offer.
I did.
What did you say? No, I'll wait till you're viable and then I'll make a decision.
I mean, something like that, but I did like working in the NHS.
Yeah.
I'd been there a long time and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. You did come working part-time though, didn't you? You did a little bit
because
part-time.
I'd never done home care
weekends.
before.
Yeah.
So actually, working in the NHS on a ward is very different to domiciliary care, which is what we are. So it's very different.
Yeah. And you finally agreed to join us after 6 months of trading, and I think you set some guidelines out, didn't you? Because of your expertise dealing with elderly people only in the hospital and an assessment unit.
Yeah.
You said that we were going to specialise in dementia.
Yeah.
Which was your expertise, what you knew about.
Correct.
And so we did. And you said at the outset that you wouldn't take on any carers unless they were fit to look after your own mum and dad.
Use the mum's test. So the mum's test is you have to look at that person and feel that you'd be happy sending that person into your mum, dad, grandma, granddad. Because if you didn't, then you weren't doing yourself justice.
So a lot of these old values still stand today, don't they?
Yeah, definitely.
We still apply the mum's test when we're
interviewing.
When we're interviewing potential carers. We get last month I had 188 applications for jobs, and we took on 2 people.
Yeah.
So people we take on need really good communication skills, because I'd say about 80% of our clients have some form of cognitive impairment like dementia, Alzheimer's.
Correct.
So communication needs to be good.
Yeah.
To make them feel comfortable.
Yeah. They all need to be able to drive, which is really important because you're driving from client to client.
Yeah. And they've all got business insurance too.
Yeah.
To protect them in their job.
Yeah.
In case they have a bump.
Yeah. They get given uniforms, ID badges, all of those kind of things are really important for the client to be able to see that who's coming into their home. They might not remember your name, but they'll remember the uniform and the ID badge. And all the carers, really, I can say hand on heart, I feel all our carers go above and beyond. They're not just a number for our clients. they're a person. So consistency within our rotoring system is really important to us as well.
Just tell about the pass system
So
that we have.
The system that we actually run with is called the pass system, and the pass system is an electronic system. So with that, we can actually see once the carer has logged in, the carer has logged out, all their notes come up electronically. So within a couple of minutes of the carer actually leaving the client's house, we can actually read the notes, and that's really good. If social workers, GPs, families, we've got that system straight away. It's a really easy system as well to navigate round. When we do the assessments, we ask lots of questions, and we get as much info as we can off the clients and the families, which is really important.
It's also a risk mitigation tool, isn't it?
Yeah.
So in the unlikely event that we miss dispensing medication to a client, it flags up within 20 minutes that we've missed medication, so we can act upon that information.
Yeah.
And also our carers are really good. We don't need to check up on them, but it does tell us that they've stayed the full time, etc., etc.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So that brings us to the pass system again. So the pass system is an electronic app that if we have family members that live abroad, which we do, we have one in New Zealand and we have one in America. So we look after their loved ones in their own homes, and it means that they can go onto the app and they can see what mum's had to eat, whether mum's had a shower, whether mum's had her medications, whether the staff have done a little bit of cleaning round, whether they've done a shopping list for them to then get an online shop. So the pass system has all of these dynamic apps and tasks within it, and they're all different. So what you do for Mrs A isn't what you do for Mrs B. So it's all very, very different. So there's the personal care, medications, meal preps. We can take people to appointments. We have a lady we take to the hairdressers every single week within our times. We do shopping, we can do cleaning. We've taken somebody to the theatre before today, so we can do lots and lots of different things. And what's really important for the pass system is that actually within a minute of the carer leaving the client's house, we can actually see what's gone on in that visit. And I remember a couple of weeks ago, a social worker called me to talk about one of our clients, and I was able to actually tell her what had happened that morning because the carer had just logged out, and she was really impressed with it. And even the ambulance, when the ambulance crew come and they see that we're on the pass system, they're very, very impressed with our emergency grab sheets, our person-centred approach. So it goes a long way. It does go a long way.
And it's not just for people abroad, although most families that live abroad have the pass system. It's for people in the UK.
Yeah.
It's very transparent, isn't it?
Yes.
They can see how long the carer's been there for, what the carer did, how mum or dad or grandma was during that visit.
They can ask us to add things or take things away.
We review those notes every day, don't
Every
we?
day.
So if there's been,
Every
client we review the notes from the day before just to see whether there's been any changes in their health, mobility. We're quite good at picking up if a client has had or has a urine infection.
Yeah.
So if we deal with that, we can take a urine sample. If they have got an infection, we can liaise with the families and the doctors and get that sorted with antibiotics, rather than that prolonging an inevitable hospital stay after a UTI or with a UTI. Yeah. So I think one of our good things is we've retained the ethos over the 10 years that we've been in business, and we've kept standards high. We've had many a consultant in here, haven't we, saying, why don't you replicate your model in different areas and expand and earn more money? But we've stayed small. We've got 40 staff. We deliver about 900 hours a week, don't we? Yeah. Our staff retention, our staff are amazing. Our staff retention's good at 15%, which compares favourably to 60% staff turnover in the borough. So we've stayed small. We've kept control. And one thing that we wanted to do really was keep that family touch. So all the clients can speak to the family and the management team. That's they're able to get through between the hours of 7 o'clock in the morning and 10 o'clock at night. There's always someone on hand to answer that phone, which is a real differentiator from some of our competitors who will only take emergency calls.
Well, take last night for instance. You were talking to somebody, an inquiry at 9 o'clock at night. They'd sent you an email. They were shocked that you actually picked up that email and then asked them did they want a phone call. And that was really important to them. And I listened to you, and you even said, even if you decide not to come with us, I will try and help you any way I can, which is nice, isn't it?
Care's about vulnerable people, and it's about being there for families. Sometimes I can get emails at 9 at night from a family reaching out who are quite desperate to, even if they talk to somebody and you put some context into it and reassure them. So a 10-minute phone call is nothing really. And whatever the outcome, we always try and be professional and keep our branding as it should be.
First impressions are really important as well. That's why all our carers wear the uniforms they wear their ID badges, because I think first impressions is really important, especially for clients and families. You know, you have that picture of how you want somebody to look, and I think we've done that and we've managed that with our carers.
Our carers are our shop window, so they're all immaculately dressed.
Yeah, they are.
No white trainers, etc., etc. No leggings.
No.
And you know, it's a tough job, and I've tried it myself, haven't I? I went with you that time and failed miserably. My time management was awful. I didn't really take to the personal care aspect of things.
But you did it and you tried it, so you have that understanding of what our carers are doing on a day-to-day basis.
I think that's important, that you do have that understanding, and hats off to them. They're amazing people. Yeah.
I also think we would never ask them to do anything that we wouldn't do ourselves. So myself and my care supervisors, we would never ask them to do something that we weren't prepared to do ourselves, which I think is really, really important.
And we try and professionalise home care, don't we? It's a very, very important job in the UK. Much needed, big shortfall in staff in the sector, and I guess some companies don't value the staff, and so that's why the turnover's so high. It's an essential job in the UK. We treat our staff well, don't we? We've recently done what's called an employee ownership trust, which is an Inland Revenue approved model on the lines of John Lewis, whereby we transferred 60% of our share capital to our staff. So that means that we can pay them tax-free bonuses of up to £3,000 every year, and when we eventually decide to sell the business, they receive 60% of the sale proceeds, which is unique in the home care sector. I don't think anybody else has done that.
No.
That helps us with retention. And I think the communication aspect, just as clients can get hold of us between 7 and 10, so can our staff. It's really important. The little things matter to the staff, the good communication, clear communication, that they are out there in the field working on their own, so they sometimes need to reach out to the management team for support, advice. We
have the company car as well, so if anybody has any issues with their car, we'll take the company car to them. It's only a little fee at 500, but they're grateful for that, rather than losing their hours if their car's in the garage. For the birthdays, we give them little treats. Clients have personalised birthday cakes, which we have a lady making them for us, and the clients absolutely love the fact that there's a cake in front of them with their name on it. And then at Christmas, the clients get presents and the staff get presents. So I do think we look after our staff, because they're worth us looking after.
Where do you think we go from here then, in terms of a business? Because we haven't really changed over those 10 years. The principles we started out with still apply today, don't they? Be reliable, keep the clients safe,
good staff,
keep them in their own home. We we don't phone ambulances, do we, if there's a situation that we can deal with and we can liaise with the families. So
communication is really important.
Keeping that client out of hospital, because if they go into hospital they have a dip, don't they?
Yeah.
And they come back home and they're not the same.
So where do we go from here? Well, here's to the next CQC visit. Another outstanding. Keeping up our standards.
Yeah, we are the only care
getting
provider
more
in
staff.
Trafford rated as outstanding, so
Yeah.
that's really important. That's a differentiator, and we're the least expensive
We certainly
of
are.
all the providers of all the private providers in Trafford, which is really important to me. I want care to be affordable
Yeah.
to most people. We're not part of a franchise, so we don't pay big franchise fees, do we?
No.
We're not chasing hours all the time. We've got waiting lists
We have.
most of the time. And we're not building an empire in the office with marketing directors. We're not spending an awful lot on marketing.
No.
We
A
don't
lot
spend
of it's
as
word
much.
of mouth, isn't it?
Yeah, we don't spend, because we've got retention of staff, we don't spend as much as some on recruitment costs, do we?
No.
So where do we go from here?
Well, we carry on being the best. We carry on being outstanding. And I guess to a degree we carry on growing. Not too much, just enough to remain family friendly, family run,
Personal.
person centred. Those are all the words that we believe in.
Yeah.
You know, we're not just another care company. We are an outstanding care company, and that's really important to us.
Small and personalised.
And
Yeah.
family run.
Yeah. I think it's important we remain the least expensive provider in Trafford.
Yeah.
We're not part of a big franchise where we have to pay franchise fees. We're not paying any marketing. We do very little marketing. We've always got waiting lists of clients wanting to come with us because of our reputation.
And people are happy to stay on that waiting list, and we give them a call every 2 weeks, and they're still saying, no, I want to stay on your waiting list. I've read your story, read all about you, and that's important to them as well.
Yeah, it's very flattering, really, and it's a privilege to be trusted to look after a loved one in a family. We've not got big recruitment fees because we retain our staff.
Yeah.
You know, some of our staff have been with us 8 years.
Yeah.
I think 50% of our staff have been with us 2 years plus, which is unique in this high turnover sector. So much of the same.
Yeah.
Really?
Much of the same. To remain outstanding, to remain the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And personalisation, to be very personal
Yeah.
with families, to be there, to be approachable, to be accessible.
We have good relationships with the district nurses,
Yeah.
the stoma nurses, doctors, even pharmacists, because some of our clients have blister packs. So some of them get delivered, some of them our carers pick up on the way to the visit. Some family members pick them up. So it's really important that we have a good communication with all of those services as well.
We get phone calls from all over the place, don't we? Healthcare professionals who we don't know saying, I want to see if you've got availability to, you know, support and care for this particular client. So work comes from all over the place, really.
And I'm just going to use one example. The client whose family is in America, we've been actually supporting that lady for 5 years now. And she has a really big package, and she has a set number of staff. And when the brother comes over, he always comes and meets us, has a coffee, has a chat, a catch up. But he liaises with us via email because of the time difference. But in the past, we have spoken, and it might have been early morning for him. But he's really pleased with the service that we've provided his sister.
Yeah, we've had no safeguardings, no
No.
justifiable safeguardings. We
No.
had one, but it was deemed as unjustifiable. So for a home care business to be in business 10 years and have no justifiable safeguardings is just amazing, really. And that's down to our staff, all the staff.
Yeah, the staff are amazing, from all the care staff in the community to the office staff. You know, we make one big team. It's not just about you and I or about me and the care supervisors. It's about us all. We're all a good team. And I always think that care is like a triangle. So you've got the home care provider, you've got the carers, and then you've got the clients, and they all meet together. And I think that's really important, that there's not just one part of it, it's a full part.
Yeah. So, we encourage people, the public, to phone us, and we can give them free, no obligation advice, can't we, over the phone for their loved ones.
Free friendly advice.
Free friendly
and even
advice.
if they decided that they weren't going to come to us for whatever reason, they've still had that free friendly advice.
Yeah. One thing we can't do though is some families phone up and say, you're going to have to go out and persuade my mum to have care. We're not used car salespeople. We don't go persuading people to have care. That's up to the families to deal with that, and the client has to accept that they need some form of support, whatever that is, whether it's just shopping, whether it's a daily shower and personal care, whether that's meal preparation.
Well, it can start small, and then the package can build.
Yeah.
So if the client is dubious, but the family feel that they want to go down that road, then we could always say, let's start with a few socials a week to get the mum or the dad used to having somebody popping in.
Big step, isn't it?
It's
allowing someone into your home,
big step.
a carer, an unknown. So it's a big leap of faith. But we've had people phone a year ago and then nothing's happened, and then they phoned again, and so it's the impression that we create. I always say one of your biggest strengths is providing solutions to families and people who have dementia. Little bits of advice like dementia clocks and all those sorts of things.
Cutlery that can help if somebody's got arthritis.
Yeah.
The one thing that I do...
So you'll do that without them being a client. You always offer some sort of advice. And sometimes that's enough for the time being.
The one thing I do feel sad about is that people ring us up for advice, and then they go to another care company and they come back and they say, I didn't go with you. I chose another care company and I'm so sorry I did. Please can...
That's life.
Yeah.
So, if anyone out there in the public wants any advice whatsoever, whether they're intent on coming with us or not, just pick up the phone and speak to us and develop a conversation.
So that's about us at Beloved Homecare.
So, if there's anyone out there, any families that are struggling with a loved one, I understand to a certain extent what you're going through. I've been through it myself before. Just get in touch. Give me a ring or Wendy a ring on 0161 711 0750, or email me, mark@belovedhomecare.co.uk. Doesn't matter where the scenario ends up, whether you come with us or not, really doesn't matter. Here to help. Dementia's really close to our hearts. We've both been touched by it in our families, so we're here to help.